we are saying, let us ensure there are enough set-top boxes in the marketplace so that for us, the free-to-air, our only survival is having enough of them. If we have only 500 set-top boxes in the countryside, we don't have a business. Because nobody is going to give us any advertising based on 500,000 households. Because you might as well go to the radio or the newspapers and so on. But for television, 500,000 is not a critical mass to make business sense for the free-to-air television. So, to cut a long story short, after they gave us the frequencies, on the 15th of December, we went and told them, please, tafadhali, give us a little time to bring our own equipment. Yeah. And we, at that time, we requested up to the 30th of April to be able to bring our equipment, the set of boxes. The set of boxes that we are trying to bring, we are a minimum of about 1 million set of boxes, okay, at a cost of 50 million US dollars. We said, please, tafadhali, you know, we have come this far, give us those 3 months to bring our own equipment. We are told, no, the analog switch of date remains, and so on. So, tukaona now switching off the analog at the end of the year, we don't have any digital equipment. The only option then left to us was to go to the Chinese platform to have our signal carried. The other option that was left, because the only 2 BSD carriers now is the PANG, which is the Chinese one, and the Signet, those were the only options now left to us. The options which we had made very clear from the very beginning when we were talking with the regulators, our business model was not going that way. It was not predicated on being carried, our signals being carried by anybody else. And because going to be carried by somebody else meant that in fact we were going to write off 40 billion shillings of the infrastructure. Now, the deadline we were asking, because our international responsibilities and our international obligations for Kenya is to migrate by June 17th. The April 30th deadline that we're asking for us to do, it was well within the international deadline. So we did not see why the CAK was acting with such haste, where in fact, in the whole of Africa, only 3 countries out of the 54 countries in Africa have migrated. The big ones, and this is Rwanda, it is Mauritius, and the other one is Rwanda, Mauritius, and Tanzania. And we know Tanzania has been a total, complete disaster in terms of the migration, because television as we know it today in Tanzania is dead, okay? So we were saying, a country like South Africa, which is one of the biggest economies, they have not migrated. Only last week we had an article saying that now the ANC has decided that now the government is going to actually fund those set of boxes. They're going to be manufactured in South Africa, so there is no chance in hell of South Africa migrating by the international deadline. Furthermore, the International Telecommunications Union has allowed African states who may not be able to meet the international deadline to ask for extension. Here in Kenya, in fact, we are not even asking for any extension. And in fact, we would have been with the cooperation of the CAK and the government, we would have had one of the smoothest transition into migration. So on that basis, because we are not ready, we knew that there are not enough set-top boxes there, we went to the Supreme Court and told them that, we have requested that this be extended and it's not happening and so on. And in any case, the Supreme Court had told us to go back to them and report whether we have reached agreement on those issues. So we had to go back to Supreme Court.